fellas, I just watched the most fucked shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Now, I know you're thinking, why the hell would I listen to a white man in a white hood? Well, hear me out here. 1 + 2 equals paradise. I hope that's not racist. This anime blew every expectation I had of it out of the water. Imagine the most fucked shit you could ever see, and then multiply it by 50 million. That's 1 + 2 equals paradise! And for you guys to understand the 50 minutes of debauchery I just watched, I figured let's just go through it together, shall we? So, 1 + 2 equals paradise is a show centered around a guy named Yusuke Yamamoto. He's got a crippling fear of women. Who doesn't? Women are pretty goddamn scary. So he keeps having nightmares of women in his life. The opening of this anime is absolutely the most obscene shit I've ever seen. It's like there was a woman, but it was a snake, and then it was like a snake made of titties. This sounds made up. This is the real show. And then he's like running down a hall, running for his life, and there's like titties chasing after him. And then he opens the door, and it's a girl, but she's got titties. They look like goddamn hot dogs. I don't know what I experienced. Maybe I took LSD and was just high for like 60 minutes. I don't know anymore. I need some fucking water, bro. Alright, that's better. Where was I? Oh yeah, snake titty monsters. Oh, I'm forgetting the weirdest part too. So there was a scene where the two girls in the show, it was just their bottom halves, like their legs and under, but their heads were where their crotches should be. Words really can't describe what I just watched. I was really at a loss for words the entire time I was watching this show. So moving forward in the plot, Yamamoto, whatever the fuck this guy's name is, Yusuke Yamamoto, his dad is a gynecologist, which is the vagina one. I learned that also in the tit episode. He eventually wants his son to take over the family business. I don't know what family business you can have as a gynecologist. I thought you normally work for hospitals, but I guess if you're doing homemade gynecology, I guess, I don't know. But he wants him to take over that business eventually, but he has that crippling phobia of women because women are fucking terrifying. So the dad naturally just wants his son to get over his fear finally. So what do you do in a pickle like that? How do you get your son to not be a little pussy-ass bitch? The answer is you get 2 nursing students to live in your home and torment your son. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, oh, well, this anime doesn't sound that bad so far, or it's only got some snake titty monsters and, you know, other tomfoolery like that, well, hold your horses, because as it turns out, we get a flashback. And as we all know, flashbacks in anime are the best parts of the show. It's where the show really hones in its creative juices. And what this show did blows anything I've ever seen out of the water. When I saw this flashback, my jaw dropped. And that's not even an over-exaggeration. I don't normally react to shit when I'm seeing it. I'm usually sitting there straight-faced like... But when I saw that flashback, I didn't know what to do. We get a flashback that includes the twins and the dude. And their kids, for some reason, I guess they knew each other as kids or something. I don't know, I was just trying not to die while watching this show. And what ends up happening is the twins are like, oh, let's play doctors and nurses, as you do as kids. And the dude is like, I'll be the doctor. And then the twins are like, no, you'll be the patient. They rip his clothes off and they cut his dick off. They fucking cut his dick off. And then that's how he's traumatized by girls. If I remember right, all this happened in the first 10 minutes of the show. So I was just sitting there for the remaining 40 minutes thinking, oh god, how bad is this gonna actually get? I was worried that I was gonna have to drop the show because of how unhinged it got. But it was okay, we made it through, we're fine. Look at me, I look good, don't I? Oh, I will never be the same. So the show continues. The dad is trying to get his son to... I don't even know what he's trying to get him to do at this point. I think he's trying to get him to bang them. I don't know. You know, the plot line is kind of a little fuzzy at this point. I wasn't so much keeping track of the plot as I was trying not to projectile vomit. And let me tell you guys something here. This ecchi anime that I watched, it fucking sprinted so every other anime could walk. I've never seen so many anime tropes in one show before, in one episode, in one 20-minute span. It was every single... If you've ever watched a romance anime, an ecchi anime, or a harem anime, any of those degenerate things, you've seen some fair share of anime tropes. Every single one that I've ever seen in every show ever was in this 20-minute time frame. I couldn't believe what I was watching. And then all of a sudden, this show pulled out a scenario that I never thought it would pull out. So somehow, the girl is cleaning the bathroom in the hospital, I think. I don't know, I kind of lose track. And the guy's in there, he's, I don't know what he's doing, I guess he's just watching, I don't fucking remember. And she pulls the classic anime trope. Girl falls from 50-foot ladder. What's gonna happen? She falls on top of him. But somehow, some way, she's got like rope in her hand or something, and they end up tied together because naturally that's just how animes go, right? And so they're laying down in this bathtub, the most gigantic bathtub I've ever seen, FYI. And somehow the water turns on. Somehow the drain is also plugged. So this bathtub is filling up with water as they're tied to each other on the bottom of this bathtub, and it's filling up with water, and they're gonna drown. Oh no. Now, instead of being worried of drowning, the chick is like, yo, you gotta, in order for us to get out of here, you gotta go between my legs. Eventually, the guy gets out and then starts drowning the girl, and then the girl gets out and then starts drowning him, because I guess arms don't exist to untie the ropes. You gotta do it through going between each other's legs. Yep, this was a good use of 50 minutes of my time. So the OVA ends with the dad in a Merry Christmas, a Santa, I'm losing my sanity. He's in a Santa Claus outfit, and the idea was the guy was supposed to choose which twin was gonna stay with him because they only have enough room for one for some reason, because of course they do. And then the kid is like, well, dad can both stay, because for some reason they should both stay. I don't know how he came to that conclusion, but whatever. And the dad in the Santa Claus outfit is like, ho, ho, ho. Yes, son. I figured you'd say that. And then they're both allowed to stay. I can't believe I watched this show. I literally can't. This is a new low for me. I'm gonna be honest, I was skimming through it at this point because, like I said, I felt high as fuck watching this show. And I felt like I was losing brain cells the more I watched. And I gotta protect what little brain cells I have left going on in here. So, now we get to episode 2 of the OVA, where we get introduced to a new woman named Barako Sama. Which my mind kept translating to Barack Obama because for some reason I just wanted Barack Obama to be in this ecchi anime. The best part of this episode was when the two twins got bitch slapped by Barack Obama. He really unleashed fury like he unleashed fury on those hospitals back in the day. Yeah, this second episode isn't all that crazy in comparison. I mean, it's still pretty fucking wild, but compared to the first episode, it was nowhere near as bad. I mean, the dude gets kidnapped by the girl, he gets fucking whipped by her, domestically abused, because why not? You know, we gotta check that off our bingo card for things to include in these episodes, I guess. And then the two twins come and save them. In the most wild anime trope I've ever seen, the dude jumps from like 60 feet in the fucking air and somehow lands in the same underwear as one of the girls. Even saying it, I'm just like, what am I doing here? Is this how the T-Board channel ends? Am I gonna get banned again for posting this video? But the second OVA ends in the way you would expect it. The two twins beat the new girl, and the new girl fucks off to go kidnap and beat another guy, I guess. I don't know. I also want to make a quick mention. One of the themes in the show sounds exactly like the Rickroll theme in the beginning. So every time that theme played, I thought I was about to see Rick Astley's beautiful ass on the screen. Thankfully, things didn't go that far and I didn't get Rickrolled, but I was really starting to get concerned. I actually haven't had the pleasure of checking out the reviews of this show. I wanted to experience it firsthand myself, so I left that until the end. Someone recommended this? Oh my god, do you need psychiatric evaluation? What the fuck? You gave it a 7 out of 10? Oh my god, the producers of the show must have drugged this person. That's so sad to see. Oh yeah, these reviews reminded me of something that I wanted to mention. The first episode of the show and the second episode look like completely different animes in terms of the art style. Like, I thought I was watching an entirely different show accidentally somehow. And I had to skip through it until I actually saw the main character. Even the two twins, they have orange hair in the first episode. They're blonde in the second one. So, I don't know what happened there. Maybe the drugs wore off, who knows? But, yeah, anyway, I put myself through pain watching this show. I don't know why I did it. I just felt like an urge to torture myself on this, what day is it? Tuesday. This lovely Tuesday morning. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.